This comes under the heading. This is really from my clan mother, Karen Ann McDonald. Okay, I figure she can put this together, and why I was just experiencing what I was experiencing. So I'll share it with you. 1939. Why was that a significant year? Go look at Hollywood and the movies they made. Okay. And if you look at one that was made in 1940, otherwise known as, I believe, The Thousand Nights, Arabian Nights, the opening scene, you will actually see on what's known as the starboard side of that boat, as the opening scenes come towards you, what would look like an image that you can see that is up on the library, known as the U.S. Navy SETI, right? Particularly when you look at the images, the disk images of the sun, right? And you're going, wow, I can go to SETI, the U.S. Navy Stereo Library, and see images that are produced in a simulator that are the exact same replicas of what's being shown on a boat in a movie developed by Hollywood. And one of their movie sets like Truman movie show sets. Okay. Now, tie that into Shirley Temple in the year 1939. Why was 1939 so significant? Poland, 1939. Nazis. They masqueraded at an outpost, at a Polish outpost, in order to do what? Put into the minds of the German people the justification to use their consciousness, thus becomes weaponized, in order to do what? Simulate the attack on Poland. Upon which led to what? The invasion of France. And ultimately what? Stalingrad, Kim Jong-un. Now, why is this significant? Because in Kim's latest little blurb, she happened to mention Stalingrad. And she also mentioned another place, Glacier National Park. Now, I was in Glacier National Park, wasn't I, Karen? Now, why is that significant? I know you know who the Blackfeet are, because I ran into a couple Blackfeet when I was there before the National Park Service said you can't be there. Remember I shared that with you? And I got redirected down to Yellowstone, right? These are not coincidences. And what did Kim Jong-un mention about Glacier Park, about what they were trying to access? A demonic portal? Isn't that what she said? Now, tie in 1939 with The Wizard of Oz, right? And when the Blackfeet, that's right, the males, were brought to Hollywood in order to make a movie. And what was it called? Susanna of the Mounties in Hollywood. Then the Blackfeet went back to where? The Glacier area, right? Now we're in the codes. Now we're in the code transfers, right? So now this brings us to present moment. Was it a coincidence that all of a sudden Shirley Temple pops up? Hey, take a look at this. Then I'm going to Susanna of the Mounties. Oh, Shirley Temple. And as soon as I began to watch that movie with my eternity consciousness, means that my consciousness at the time that that movie was being filmed, and now it's being held in memory by the QI, now that it's being pulled up and I begin to watch it, I began experiencing very perverted thought forms that were being sent to me via this QI android. So in realizing the thought forms, I go deep into my heart and soul as a monopole, and I begin dissolving that, burning that off, and then going into that movie to express love through my heart and soul into Shirley Temple and all of the characters that exist in which that's being held in memory, in which those Blackfeet Indian were on that movie set. Remember when Kim Go-Goon said, "Oh, you know how eternity can cut all the lines of communication, right? With portals that no longer exist because eternity became there instead of what isn't there, what's not supposed to be there." In other words, time does not exist for us. Collapsing all their stuff, all their lines of language coded races. Seeking to do what? Hold consciousness energy traps. Collapsing all the lines of communication means collapsing their cybernetic network, holding soul consciousness captive to experience what they are instead of experiencing what we are, which is what love is. And that's what the law is. See how that works? It's actually very simple. Have a great day. I love you all. Be good to yourselves.